The last stage of the last day was almost an all-day affair. Beginning to the northwest of Wentworth and stretching north, zigging and zagging its way amongst the trees and scrub country of the southwest region of New South Wales. In all, a massive 250 competitive kilometres with a fuel stop mid-stage. Rejoining today was Richard McNay in the V8 Ute. Nothing an overnight replacement engine couldn't fix to get him back in the game, even at this late stage. But it wasn't enough to make the distance, just 26 kilometres in, and things were going off song.
Didn't get real hot, we thought, oh, maybe the sender's wrong. So filled it up with water, radiator was cold, engine was hot. I thought, okay, thermostat's good, so I put the thermostat out. But it looked fine, and then back there, same, just started getting hot, and next thing you know, it's bloody running on 7 and 6 and 5. So yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's very expensive, 26 kilometres of motorsport.
To be precise, $158 a kilometre. Ouch. An hour up the road, Toby Hedricks was doing what he does best, riding a fast and accurate race, leading from the front. Even the distraction of wildlife wasn't a deterrent. Will Ashby, in his first attempt at Sunraysia Safari, was right on his tail. After 200 kilometres, Ashby was hanging in Hedricks' dust. Scotty Huggins, starting further down the order, but right amongst the outright mix, still found time to have his own competition, motocross style, with last year's winner Corey Banks and Scott Stedman. Banks would go on to claim the bottom step of the Moto Podium, and Huggins 5th, with Stedman 6th. There was no doubting the dominance of Hedricks though. Despite last year's winner leading out at the end of day 1, Toby Hedricks would take line honours at the end of day 4.
Going today with really wanting to take too many risks or push too hard, obviously with a bit of a gap, so I just went out and did my own thing. To be honest, I kept looking back thinking someone might be there, but I think the start of this event I didn't have too much bike time, so first couple of days worked myself into it, and these last few days I guess I found my feet a bit with it. So no, feeling good and happy to have that done, but yeah, very enjoyable event this one.
Will Ashby, a well-deserved second place in his first outing.
The first couple of days I was probably lucky, to be honest, that it was a bit wet the first couple of days. Like I sort of made it easier for me starting back to try and figure out, okay, this is what it means by straight on, etc. But the last sort of 2 days, especially today, I sort of gelled with it pretty good, so spewing that it's over.
Victor Bonacci was the first quad to cross the line, but in the spirit of sportsmanship, he ensured the class leader made the finish too.
I let Cooper pass at the start because I knew he'd been having fuel troubles, so I thought I'll let him go. If he runs out, I'll top him up. We caught each other. He must have got lost because he caught back up to me in the mid stage, and yeah, we took off from there, and he was a minute behind, and I just thought, you know what, if he runs out of fuel, bad luck. Do you have fuel?
Yeah, can you wait a minute? I still saw that.
Yeah, I'll pick up there.
Turns out the bike uses a lot more fuel than I thought, so went into the refuel on fumes and came into here on fumes as well. So just the last, well, pretty much that whole entire stage is just trying to keep momentum and low revs and just try and get the fumes to make it to the finish line.
Albury's Andrew Houlihan is our fastest adventure bike, home in 17th place. While the quickest of the oldies, the over 45s, is Paul Smith from Warrnambool, Victoria. In auto, Andrew Travis rejoined in his four-wheel drive Commodore Ute, but would have no bearing on the new outright leader, Dean Herridge. Holding a 5-minute lead over Glenn Brinkman in the Can-Am Maverick, the Subaru Ambassador still couldn't afford even a flat tyre. Out here, the odds of a puncture were high. But it wasn't the Subaru with the flat.
At the halfway mark, we knew we were sort of line ball with Brinkman on time, so we knew we'd done enough in the first part, and then we actually caught him, so we had like nearly 90 k's to go in his dust, so it's really hard to go. I don't need to pass him. And then, ironically, about 30 k's out, he had a puncture, so he's on the side of the road, so we sort of had a clean road from then, and it's quite tricky because I feel like I'm just doing a fast recce. It's crazy, but it's amazing. Really good.
And then after we go here, go slightly left.
Glenn Brinkman had little chance of pulling off a win on the last day, but he pushed the Can-Am to the limit regardless.
Just blew the right rear shock in the first section, and then it's just loaded the rear tyre up and had a flat tyre, but I thought we might make it through. I saw Dean coming and we were keeping an eye out for him, but he caught us in the worst place with all the dust, so in the end the tyre let go, so we had to stop and change it. So
James Moffat's chances of a podium went down with the 2 rear tyres before the mid-stage refuel, leaving the battle for third between Will Dunn and Warren Denham. But the sight of the red Nissan approaching the finish line meant only one thing.
Donny only had 40 seconds to catch me, so he's beat me. Anyway, we'd made up a bit of time at the fuel zone on most of them, so yeah, hopefully could get a podium.
So a third for Will Dunn, second for Glenn Brinkman, and an inaugural win for Dean Herridge in the Subaru Crosstrek. For the record, Rob Herridge, the man who started Maximum Motorsport and himself a 2-times Australian Rally champion, brought his WRX home to a class win and 6th outright, a fitting tribute to not only the African safaris of old, but Subaru themselves.